Live from the Fastener TV studios, it's In the News with Fastener News Desk.
Thank you, Chris. I'm Lisa Kleinhandler, Editor-in-Chief at Fastener News Desk. Here's what's happening in fastener industry news, events, and scholarship awards the week of May 15th, 2023. Fastener Fair USA gets underway this Tuesday and Wednesday, May 16th and 17th at Music City Center in Nashville, Tennessee. Happening today is Fastening 101. The event will feature a pre-show all-day training conference provided by the Fastener Training Institute. The Fastener Fair USA Golf Tournament, sponsored by the Midwest Fastener Association and the North Coast Fastener Association, will get underway today at 1 p.m. The opening night networking party is being held at the Country Music Hall of Fame on May 16th at 5:30 p.m. For more information, go to fastenerfairusa.com. Women in the fastener industry announced the scholarship winners for the Margaret Davis Fastener Fair USA Scholarship. Congratulations to Leslie Marquina of Houston Fastener Manufacturing and Krista Osborne of Brighton Best International. If you'd like to join Wi-Fi, go to fastenerwomen.com. AFC Industries continues their fast-paced acquisition strategy with another recent announcement that they have acquired New Jersey-based Fastbolt. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. The Fastener Distributor Index survey for April of 2023 declined again to 46.3 after reading 48.6 in March, seasonally adjusted, while the forward-looking indicator sank to a new all-time low with a reading of 37.8. Respondents indicated raw material shortages and declining prices and margins were the primary drags in April. The forward-looking indicator also softened to just 37.8. Overall, the FDI and FLI results suggest conditions remain soft in the fastener market. The St. Louis Federal Reserve Producer Price Index for the commodity bolts, nuts, screws, rivets, and washers for April of 2023 registered at 303.173, a slightly upward trend versus the March reading of 302.059. Do you know what the acronym FRED stands for? It's short for Federal Reserve Economic Data. FRED is an online database consisting of hundreds of thousands of economic data time series from scores of national, international, public, and private sources. FRED is created and maintained by the research department at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Find the monthly reading posted at Fastener News Desk. Next generation advanced planning and scheduling is here. Optessa's AI-driven optimization ushers in a new way for manufacturers to generate optimal plans and schedules in a fraction of the time. Respond to disruptions, meet delivery dates, reduce excessive parts inventory, eliminate costly idle time, and stabilize your supply chain. Request a live demo of Optessa's next-gen APS platform today. Visit optessa.com for more information. The Worth Group has released their 2020 to 2022 Sustainability Report, which stated for us the three transformation areas on our path to a circular economy are clear: climate, material life cycles, and social standards. The future viability of the Worth Group depends on creating circular connections, which in turn result in endless new possibilities for future generations. We are striving for climate neutrality by using renewable energy sources. We are establishing closed life cycles for commodities and materials along complex supply chains. We are endorsing fair cooperation within our global supply chain. The International Fastener Expo is accepting nominations for the 2023 Fastener Hall of Fame and Young Fastener Professional of the Year prestigious awards. The Fastener Hall of Fame recognizes professionals who have made a significant and enduring contribution to the industrial fastener industry on a national or global scale. Individuals selected for induction will join other honored industry members, including but not limited to inventors, business leaders, and educators. The Young Fastener Professional of the Year award recognizes and honors a young professional who has made a significant contribution to the fastener industry. The recipients will be recognized at a special event during the International Fastener Expo and receive a commemorative plaque. Deadline for nominations has been extended to June 30th. Nominate today at fastenershows.com. How screws and bolts are made, the basics of cold heading, an upcoming webinar co-produced by the Fastener Training Institute and the Industrial Fasteners Institute, will take place on Friday, May 19th from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. Whether you're new to the fastener industry or a seasoned veteran, have you ever wanted to know more about how threaded fasteners are made? Although there are different methods that can be employed, the most common way of forming a fastener is by cold heading. This webinar will introduce participants to a high-level overview of cold heading, its advantages, the cold heading machine process, machine types, as well as descriptions and the tooling necessary to make it all happen. For registration, go to fastenertraining.org. The Midwest Fastener Association is offering an intermediate training session, Essentials of Metallurgy, on May 24th, which includes training in various areas by industry experts. Anyone selling or purchasing fasteners should have a comprehensive knowledge of metallurgy, heat treating, and plating. The hands-on training will be taught at both SWD and Morgan O'Hare facilities. Go to mwfa.net to register for the class. The Midwest Fastener Association will host their Screwed Up 2023 Open on May 25th at the White Pines Golf Club in Bensonville, Illinois. Join the MWFA for some in-person networking and practice your golf before their official golf outing scheduled in August. Don't miss the fun. Go to mwfa.net for registration. Attendees can also join the MWFA for their second quarterly Nuts and Brews after the Screwed Up Open at the Church Street Brewing Company. The Fastener Training Institute is offering online training in their upcoming webinar, Hydrogen Embrittlement, What Suppliers Need to Know. The class will take place on Thursday, May 25th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific. The webinar instructor is Carmen Vertullo of Carver Labs, fastener consultant and trainer. There is no quality assurance problem that gets suppliers in more trouble than hydrogen embrittlement. This could easily be the most important 90 minutes of training your company ever engages in. It doesn't matter if you process fasteners that are HE susceptible or not. You probably sell them or handle them somewhere in the supply chain. It is critical that you have a good understanding of hydrogen embrittlement, its causes, its effects, and how to prevent and detect it. Register at fastenertraining.org. BTM Manufacturing, domestic fastener manufacturer, is partnering with ISCO Inc., Twin Lakes Insurance, and Wachter Inc. for an upcoming event to help support the good work of the Sleep in Heavenly Peace organization. Help Jake and his team build 100 beds on June 10th. There are a couple of ways to get involved. Either volunteer to help build or donate funds. The cost of the project is $25,000. Donated funds will provide the necessary lumber and hardware to build and assemble the beds, as well as provide the mattresses, pillows, and bedding to make them complete. Every child deserves a warm, soft, and safe place to sleep at night, and with your help, we can see that no kid sleeps on the floor in any town. For more information on how you can help, go to @BTMMFG on Twitter. Together, we can make sure that every child has a bed to sleep in. To learn more about the news series Fascinating, a limited time offer celebrating your success, go to Fastener News Group at LinkedIn. Your entry could be chosen for a free feature at Fastener News Desk, which includes premium placement, link to your website, promo in the Fastener News communities, feature in an upcoming newsletter, and featured in the News podcast. Entries may be submitted to lisa@fastenernewsdesk.com. The stories featured in this week's episode of In the News can be found at Fastener News Desk or in our Twitter feed @Fastener News or on LinkedIn in the Fastener News group. If you'd like to share your company's events, news, or sponsor an upcoming episode of In the News, or you'd like to add to the Fastener Museum, contact me, lisa@fastenernewsdesk.com. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of In the News with Fastener News Desk. Until next week, be well, be safe, and keep it fascinating.